The history of drop bears in Australia.
Introduction.
Australia is renowned for its unique and often dangerous wildlife. From venomous snakes to massive crocodiles, the country's fauna has fascinated and terrified people for generations. Yet among these real creatures, one mythical beast stands out: the drop bear. This legendary creature, a fierce, tree-dwelling predator, has captured the imagination of Australians and visitors alike. But where did this myth originate, and how has it evolved over time? Overview. The drop bear myth is a fascinating blend of Aboriginal folklore, settler fears, and modern humor. It represents a rich tapestry of cultural history that spans thousands of years, from the ancient stories of Australia's Indigenous peoples to the tales told by European settlers in the 18th and 19th centuries. Over time, the myth has been embraced by popular culture, becoming a beloved and humorous part of Australia's national identity. This ebook delves into the origins, evolution, and cultural significance of the drop bear. By exploring the various facets of the myth, from its roots in Aboriginal legends to its modern-day depictions in internet memes and video games, we can gain a deeper understanding of how this mythical creature has remained a vibrant part of Australian folklore. The enduring appeal of drop bears. The enduring appeal of the drop bear lies in its blend of fear and humor. While the idea of a large, carnivorous koala dropping from trees to attack unsuspecting prey is terrifying, the myth is often told with a wink and a nudge. Australians have a unique ability to laugh at themselves and their environment, and the drop bear is a perfect example of this national trait. The drop bear also serves as a symbol of the unknown and the wild. It embodies the untamed spirit of the Australian bush, a place of mystery and adventure. For tourists, hearing about the drop bear adds an extra thrill to their visit, making their experience in Australia even more memorable. In the chapters that follow, we will explore the many dimensions of the drop bear myth.
From its ancient origins to its role in modern culture, we will uncover the layers of history and meaning that have made the drop bear an enduring part of Australia's cultural heritage.
Whether you are a curious tourist, a folklore enthusiast, or an Australian looking to understand more about your cultural roots, this ebook offers a comprehensive look at the legend of the drop bear. This audiobook is dedicated to the storytellers, past and present, who have kept the legend of the drop bear alive. Your tales of mystery and adventure continue to inspire and entertain us all. Chapter 1. Origins of the Myth. Aboriginal Folklore. The myth of the drop bear is deeply rooted in the ancient and intricate folklore of Australia's Aboriginal peoples. These indigenous cultures have lived on the Australian continent for over 60,000 years, developing a rich tapestry of stories that explain and interpret the natural world around them. Their oral traditions encompass a wide range of mythical creatures, some benevolent and others malevolent, reflecting the diverse and sometimes harsh environments they inhabited. Among these stories, there are numerous accounts of fearsome creatures that inhabited the dense forests and bushlands, preying on the unwary. These tales served as more than mere entertainment. They were educational tools, teaching lessons about the dangers of the natural world and the need to respect and understand the environment. The creatures in these stories, such as the bunyip, the yowie, and the drop bear, were often portrayed as guardians of the land, enforcing the laws of nature and punishing those who disrespected it. The drop bear, in particular, finds its roots in these ancient narratives. Aboriginal stories speak of large, predatory marsupials that lived in the treetops, waiting to ambush their prey. These creatures were said to be larger and more aggressive than the common koala, possessing sharp claws and teeth. They were feared and respected, as their presence in the stories served as a reminder of the potential dangers lurking in the Australian bush. One notable example is the legend of the Yaramai, a creature described by the Aboriginal people of New South Wales. This small, red-skinned being was said to drop from trees onto unsuspecting victims, using its powerful suction to drain their blood. While not identical to the drop bear, the Yaramai shares similarities in its ambush tactics and arboreal lifestyle. Such stories highlight the deep-seated cultural significance of tree-dwelling predators in Aboriginal mythology. Early settlers. When European settlers first arrived in Australia in the late 18th century, they were met with a land of stark contrasts and unfamiliar dangers. The lush green landscapes of England and Europe were replaced with the harsh, rugged terrain of the Australian outback. The flora and fauna were unlike anything they had encountered before, with strange and often dangerous creatures inhabiting the vast, untamed wilderness. The settlers relied heavily on the knowledge and stories of the Aboriginal peoples to navigate this new and intimidating environment. They listened to the warnings about dangerous animals and learned to recognize the signs of danger in the bush. The tales of tree-dwelling predators, such as the drop bear, resonated deeply with these newcomers, who were already wary of the unknown perils that surrounded them. The drop bear myth quickly took hold among the settlers, fueled by their fear and fascination with the Australian wilderness. Descriptions of the creature varied, but common themes emerged. It was a large, powerful marsupial with sharp claws and teeth, capable of dropping from trees to ambush its prey. This behavior was likely inspired by real animals like the koala, which spends much of its life in the treetops, and the predatory instincts of animals like the dingo. The settlers, unfamiliar with the nuances of Australian wildlife, blended these elements into a single, terrifying creature. The fear of the unknown, combined with the real dangers of the Australian bush, created a fertile ground for the development and perpetuation of the drop bear myth. Early encounters with Australia's wildlife, such as venomous snakes, aggressive kangaroos, and large crocodiles, reinforced the idea that the land was filled with peril. These experiences lent credibility to the stories of the drop bear, making them all the more frightening and believable. The role of isolation. Australia's geographic isolation played a significant role in the development and perpetuation of the drop bear myth. The vast distances and rugged terrain made communication and travel difficult, leading to a sense of isolation and vulnerability among early settlers. This isolation fostered a culture of storytelling, where tales of danger and adventure were shared to pass the time and warn others of potential threats. The drop bear myth thrived in this environment, gaining traction as a story that could both entertain and caution. It became a staple of bush lore, passed down through generations of Australians. The sense of isolation also meant that these stories could evolve and take on new dimensions, as each retelling added its own embellishments and interpretations. In remote areas, where the threat of real dangers was ever present, the drop bear myth served as a valuable psychological tool. It reinforced the need for vigilance and caution, reminding settlers and travelers to remain alert while navigating the dense forests and bushlands. The myth also provided a sense of camaraderie, as shared stories and experiences helped to build bonds within isolated communities. The influence of fear. Fear is a powerful motivator, and it played a crucial role in the creation and perpetuation of the drop bear myth. The fear of the unknown, combined with the real dangers of the Australian wilderness, created a fertile ground for the development of myths and legends. The drop bear, with its fearsome reputation and ability to strike without warning, embodied the settlers' deepest anxieties. This fear was not entirely unfounded. Australia is home to various dangerous animals, including venomous snakes, large crocodiles, and aggressive marsupials. The presence of these real threats likely contributed to the plausibility of the drop bear myth. The settlers' experiences with these animals reinforced the idea that the Australian bush was a place of danger and unpredictability. The psychological impact of the drop bear myth cannot be understated. It created a sense of fear and respect for the Australian wilderness, encouraging people to stay alert and vigilant while exploring the bush. This heightened awareness likely helped to prevent real accidents and injuries as people took greater care in navigating the challenging terrain. The evolution of the myth. Over time, the drop bear myth evolved, adapting to the changing cultural landscape of Australia. As the country developed and its population grew, the myth persisted, taking on new forms and interpretations. It became a symbol of the wild and untamed nature of the Australian landscape, a reminder of the country's rugged and adventurous spirit. In the modern era, the drop bear continues to captivate the imagination. While the myth is often viewed with a sense of humor and irony, it still holds a place in Australian culture. The story of the drop bear serves as a bridge between the past and the present, connecting the rich traditions of Aboriginal folklore with the experiences of early settlers and the ongoing fascination with Australia's unique wildlife. The origins of the drop bear myth are a testament to the power of storytelling and the human need to make sense of the world around us. From the ancient tales of Aboriginal peoples to the fears and anxieties of early European settlers, the drop bear has emerged as a legendary creature that embodies the mystery and danger of the Australian wilderness. In conclusion, the myth of the drop bear is a rich and multifaceted story that reflects the complexities of Australia's cultural and natural history. It is a symbol of the deep connection between people and the land, a reminder of the enduring power of folklore, and a testament to the resilience and adaptability of the human spirit. As we continue to explore and understand the world around us, the drop bear remains an enduring and captivating figure in the tapestry of Australian mythology. Chapter 2. The drop bear emerges. Descriptions and characteristics. Though the drop bear myth is rooted in ancient Aboriginal folklore, it took on a life of its own as it was adopted and adapted by European settlers. The descriptions of the drop bear have evolved, yet specific characteristics have remained consistent, contributing to its fearsome reputation. The drop bear is commonly depicted as a larger, more aggressive koala version. While koalas are known for their docile nature and diet of eucalyptus leaves, the drop bear is portrayed as a carnivorous predator with an insatiable appetite. It is said to have powerful limbs, sharp claws, and razor-like teeth, allowing it to capture and devour its prey quickly. Its size is often exaggerated, with some accounts describing it as large as a medium-sized dog, significantly more significant than a typical koala. One of the most distinctive traits of the drop bear's most unique traits is its attack method. Unlike ground-dwelling predators, the drop bear is believed to live in the treetops, waiting for unsuspecting prey to pass beneath. When a target comes within range, the drop bear allegedly drops from the tree, using its powerful limbs to grab and immobilize its victim. This sudden and unexpected assault adds to the creature's terrifying reputation, as there is no warning before it strikes. The drop bear's appearance also contributes to its fearsome image. It is often described as having dark, shaggy fur that helps it blend into the shadows of the trees. Its eyes are said to glow red in the darkness, giving it an otherworldly and menacing appearance. Some accounts even claim that the drop bear has a foul odor reminiscent of decaying flesh, further frightening those who encounter it. Early encounters with the drop bear were often shared in hushed tones around campfires, adding to the creature's mystique. Settlers would recount tales of strange noises in the bush, shadows moving in the treetops, and unexplained attacks on livestock. These stories heighten the sense of danger and mystery surrounding the Australian wilderness. One such account comes from the early 19th century, when a group of settlers claimed to have lost several sheep to an unknown predator. The sheep were found with deep claw marks and their throats torn open, suggesting an attack by a large, powerful animal. The settlers, unfamiliar with the local wildlife, attributed the attacks to the drop bear. The fear of this unseen predator spread quickly, and the drop bear became a convenient explanation for any mysterious or unexplained events. Another notable encounter occurred in the late 1800s, when a group of gold prospectors ventured into the remote regions of New South Wales. One evening, as they sat around their campfire, they heard strange rustling sounds from nearby trees. Suddenly, one of the men was struck from above, knocked unconscious by a heavy blow. When he regained consciousness, he described a prominent, shadowy figure with glowing red eyes descending upon him. The prospectors, already on edge from the harsh and unforgiving environment, were convinced they had encountered a drop bear. Tales in the growing towns and settlements. These early encounters were not limited to remote areas. In the growing towns and settlements, tales of drop bear sightings and attacks in the growing towns and settlements became a part of local folklore in the ever-increasing settlements. Children were warned to stay away from the bush at night, and travelers were advised to be cautious when camping under trees. The drop bear myth served as both a cautionary tale and a means of reinforcing community bonds through shared stories and experiences. Cultural impact. The cultural impact of the drop bear myth cannot be overstated. As Australia developed its tourism industry, the drop bear became an unlikely master. Tour guides often regale visitors with tales of the drop bear, adding a thrilling element to their excursions. Some even went so far as to create elaborate hoaxes, complete with fake drop bear sightings and attacks. One famous example is the drop bear scare in the early 20th century at a popular tourist destination in Queensland. Local tour operators created a life-size model of a drop bear, complete with glowing eyes and menacing claws. They would hide the model in the trees along popular hiking trails, waiting for unsuspecting tourists to pass. The sudden appearance of the drop bear would elicit screams and laughter, creating a memorable and entertaining experience for the visitors. The drop bear also made its way into Australian pop culture. It has been featured in books, movies, and television shows, often portrayed as a symbol of the country's wild and untamed nature. In 1980, the famous Australian television series Bush Tucker Man featured an episode on the drop bear, blending factual information about the Australian bush with the mythical creature's lore. The episode became a hit, further cementing the drop bear's place in Australian culture. In the literature, the drop bear has been the subject of numerous stories and novels. Authors have used the creature to explore themes of fear, survival, and the unknown. One notable example is the 1979 novel Drop Bear, Legend of the Australian Outback, which tells the story of travelers encountering a drop bear while exploring the remote wilderness. The novel blends horror and adventure elements, capturing readers' imagination and contributing to the myth's enduring appeal. Scientific perspectives. Despite its mythical status, the drop bear has attracted the attention of scientists and wildlife experts. Over the years, various theories have been proposed to explain the origins of the drop bear myth. Some suggest that it may have been inspired by natural, albeit now extinct, creatures. One such theory posits that the drop bear myth is based on the thylacoleo, also known as the marsupial lion. Thylacoleo was a large, carnivorous marsupial in Australia during the Pleistocene epoch. Fossil evidence suggests that Thylacoleo was an apex predator with powerful limbs and sharp claws, adapted for climbing and ambushing prey. While Thylacoleo went extinct thousands of years ago, its legacy may have lived on in Aboriginal oral traditions, eventually giving rise to the drop bear myth. Another theory suggests that exaggerated accounts of koalas may have inspired the drop bear. While koalas are not dangerous to humans, their sharp claws and tree-dwelling habits could have contributed to the myth. Early settlers, unfamiliar with the nuances of Australian wildlife, may have conflated koalas with more dangerous predators, creating the image of the fearsome drop bear. With scientists have also explored the psychological aspect of the drop bear myth. The fear of the unk and the real dangers of the Australian wilder created a fertile ground for the development of myths and legends. With its fearsome reputation and ability to strike without warning, the drop bear embodied the settlers' deepest anxieties. This fear served a practical purpose, encouraging vigilance and caution in an unfamiliar and potentially dangerous environment. The drop bear in modern culture. In the modern era, the drop bear continues to captivate the imagination. It has become a symbol of Australia's wild and untamed nature, representing the country's unique wildlife and the mysteries of the bush. While the myth is often viewed with a sense of humor and irony, it still holds a place in Australian culture. The drop bear is featured in various forms of media, from documentaries to video games. It has become a popular subject for artists and illustrators who enjoy exploring the creature's fearsome and fantastical characteristics. Drop bear merchandise, including t-shirts, mugs, and plush toys, is widely available, allowing people to celebrate and share the myth lightheartedly. Educational institutions have also embraced the drop bear myth as a teaching tool. By engaging students with the captivating story of the drop bear, educators can introduce essential topics such as conservation, biodiversity, and the importance of respecting nature. The myth is a gateway to deeper discussions about Australia's unique ecosystems and the challenges of preserving them. In conclusion, the drop bear has evolved from a fearsome predator of Aboriginal folklore to a beloved and enduring symbol of Australian culture. Its myth continues to entertain, educate, and inspire, reminding us of the power of storytelling and the enduring allure of the unknown. As we navigate the complexities of the modern world, the drop bear remains a testament to the richness of Australia's cultural heritage and the timeless appeal of a good story. Chapter 3: Cultural Impact. Tourist attraction. As Australia transitioned from a penal colony to a thriving nation, its unique wildlife became a major draw for tourists. Kangaroos, koalas, and emus were already capturing the imagination of visitors, but the drop bear quickly became a sensational addition to the roster of fascinating Australian fauna. The drop bear myth was leveraged by the burgeoning tourism industry, and it became an integral part of the Australian outback experience. Tour guides found that weaving the tale of the drop bear into their narratives provided an extra thrill for tourists. They would recount harrowing stories of encounters with the creature, describing its fearsome size, razor-sharp claws, and predatory instincts. These stories added an element of danger and excitement to tours, making them more memorable and engaging for visitors. In Queensland, for example, one famous tour involved a nighttime bushwalk where guides would suddenly stop and point out supposed evidence of drop bear activity, such as scratch marks on trees or unusual scat on the ground. The climax of these tours often involved a staged attack using a fake drop bear, designed to give tourists a harmless but adrenaline-pumping scare. The laughter and relief that followed these pranks cemented the drop bear in the hearts and minds of tourists as an unforgettable part of their Australian adventure, media, and pop culture. The drop bear has also made its way into Australian pop culture, where it has been depicted in various forms of media, including books, movies, television shows, and even video games. Its enduring presence in popular culture reflects the creature's ability to captivate and intrigue audiences, both in Australia and internationally. One notable example is the 1980 television series Bush Tucker Man, which featured an episode on the drop bear. The show, hosted by Les Hiddens, blended factual information about the Australian bush with the mythical lore of the drop bear. Hiddens' charismatic storytelling and the dramatic reenactments of drop bear attacks captured the imagination of viewers, making the episode one of the series' most memorable. The drop bear's depiction in the show helped cement its status as a legendary creature within Australian culture. In literature, the drop bear has been the subject of numerous stories and novels. Authors have used the creature to explore themes of fear, survival, and the unknown. One notable example is the 1979 novel Drop Bear, Legend of the Australian Outback, which tells the story of a group of travelers who encounter a drop bear while exploring the remote wilderness. The novel blends elements of horror and adventure, capturing the imagination of readers and contributing to the myth's enduring appeal. The drop bear has also made appearances in children's books, often depicted in a more humorous and less frightening manner. These stories introduce young readers to the myth in a way that is entertaining and accessible, ensuring that the legend is passed down to future generations. The drop bear's presence in children's literature highlights its role as a cultural touchstone and a source of fascination for Australians of all ages. In the digital age, the drop bear has found new life as an internet meme. Social media platforms are rife with humorous posts and images depicting the drop bear in various situations. Photoshopped images of drop bears lurking in trees or attacking unsuspecting hikers are shared widely, often accompanied by tongue-in-cheek warnings about the creature's dangers. This modern reinterpretation of the myth has helped to keep the legend alive, even as it is increasingly viewed with a sense of irony and humor. The role of hoaxes and practical jokes. Hoaxes and practical jokes have played a significant role in keeping the drop bear myth alive. Australians, known for their sense of humor and love of a good prank, have embraced the drop bear as a tool for playful deception. Tourists, particularly those unfamiliar with Australian wildlife, are often the targets of these jokes. A common prank involves convincing tourists to take precautions against drop bear attacks. Guides and locals might suggest that visitors apply Vegemite, a popular Australian spread, behind their ears or wear forks in their hair to deter drop bears. The absurdity of these suggestions, combined with the tourists' lack of familiarity with the creature, often leads to humorous situations and a deeper appreciation for Australia's unique culture. In one well-documented instance, a group of tourists was convinced to wear hats with metal spikes to prevent drop bear attacks. The tourists, eager to avoid any potential danger, complied with the suggestion, only to later discover that the entire scenario was a joke. The ensuing laughter and camaraderie helped to create a memorable experience for the visitors, reinforcing the drop bear's status as a beloved and iconic part of Australian folklore. Educational tool. Despite its mythical status, the drop bear has found a place in educational settings as a tool for teaching about Australia's wildlife and environment. By engaging students with the captivating story of the drop bear, educators can introduce important topics such as conservation, biodiversity, and the importance of respecting nature. In classrooms across Australia, the drop bear myth is used to spark curiosity and discussion. Teachers use the story as a starting point to explore the real animals that inhabit the Australian bush, such as koalas, kangaroos, and possums. By comparing the mythical drop bear to its real-life counterparts, students gain a deeper understanding of Australia's unique ecosystems and the challenges of preserving them. The drop bear myth also serves as a gateway to discussions about the role of folklore and storytelling in human culture. Students learn about the ways in which myths and legends reflect the values, fears, and experiences of the people who create them. By examining the drop bear myth, students gain insight into the history and culture of both Aboriginal peoples and European settlers, fostering a greater appreciation for Australia's rich and diverse heritage. Psychological impact. The psychological impact of the drop bear myth cannot be understated. It has created a sense of fear and respect for the Australian wilderness, encouraging people to stay alert and vigilant while exploring the bush. This heightened awareness likely helped to prevent real accidents and injuries as people took greater care in navigating the challenging terrain. The drop bear myth also serves as a form of social cohesion, bringing people together through shared stories and experiences. The telling and retelling of drop bear encounters creates a sense of community, as people bond over their mutual fascination and fear of the creature. This shared cultural touchstone helps to reinforce social connections and create a sense of belonging among Australians. In the broader context, the drop bear myth reflects the universal human experience of grappling with the unknown and the potentially dangerous. It serves as a reminder that, despite advances in technology and science, there are still aspects of the natural world that remain mysterious and awe-inspiring. The drop bear embodies this sense of wonder and fear, capturing the imagination and reminding us of the enduring power of myth and legend. Modern interpretations. In recent years, the drop bear has been embraced as a symbol of Australia's quirky and adventurous spirit. It represents the country's unique blend of humour, resilience, and respect for the natural world. The drop bear has become a cultural icon, appearing on merchandise, such as t-shirts, mugs, and plush toys. These items are popular with both locals and tourists, serving as a playful reminder of the mythical creature and its place in Australian folklore. The drop bear has also been featured in various artistic expressions, from paintings and sculptures to digital art and animations. Artists are drawn to the creature's fearsome yet fantastical nature, using it as a subject to explore themes of fear, adventure, and the unknown. The drop bear's depiction in art further cements its status as a cultural icon, celebrating its role in the rich tapestry of Australian mythology. In the realm of digital media, the drop bear has found a new audience through video games and interactive experiences. Games set in the Australian outback often include the drop bear as a formidable enemy or a humorous Easter egg, adding an extra layer of excitement and engagement for players. These digital representations of the drop bear ensure that the myth continues to evolve and reach new generations of enthusiasts. Conclusion: the cultural impact of the drop bear myth is vast and multifaceted, reflecting its deep roots in Australian folklore and its enduring appeal in modern culture. From its origins in Aboriginal stories and early settler anxieties to its role as a beloved tourist attraction and cultural icon, the drop bear has captured the imagination of people around the world. The drop bear serves as a reminder of the power of storytelling and the human need to make sense of the world around us. It embodies the fears, humor, and resilience of the people who have inhabited and explored the Australian wilderness. As we continue to navigate the complexities of the modern world, the drop bear remains a testament to the richness of Australia's cultural heritage and the timeless appeal of a good story. Chapter 4: Scientific Perspectives. Debunking the myth. The drop bear, despite its mythical status, has long been a subject of curiosity and investigation among scientists and wildlife experts. Their rigorous efforts to debunk the existence of this legendary beast have yielded fascinating insights into the nature of myth-making, the psychology of fear, and the peculiarities of Australia's unique wildlife. From a scientific perspective, the existence of the drop bear lacks credible evidence. Extensive field studies and wildlife surveys conducted across Australia have failed to uncover any creature matching the descriptions of the drop bear. No skeletal remains, fur samples, or definitive sightings have been documented. The closest real-life counterpart, the koala, is a harmless, eucalyptus-munching marsupial, far removed from the fearsome predator described in drop bear lore. The role of misidentification. One plausible explanation for the drop bear myth is the misidentification of other animals. Australia's fauna is diverse and often strange to the uninitiated, leading early European settlers to misinterpret what they saw. Animals like the koala, the wombat, and the Tasmanian devil, while not inherently dangerous, possess certain characteristics that could be construed as menacing. The koala, for instance, spends most of its life in trees and can make unexpectedly loud, guttural noises, especially during mating season. These sounds, unfamiliar and eerie to settlers, may have contributed to the myth. Similarly, the wombat, though typically a burrowing, ground-dwelling creature, has powerful claws and a sturdy build that could inspire fear. Tasmanian devils, known for their aggressive feeding frenzies and loud, disturbing vocalizations, also add to the mix. Though these creatures do not dwell in trees or drop on prey, their fierce nature and unsettling sounds might have fueled the imagination of settlers, leading to embellished tales that morphed into the drop bear myth. The impact of Thylacoleo carnifex. Another intriguing scientific perspective is the potential influence of Thylacoleo carnifex, an extinct genus of marsupial lion that once roamed Australia during the Pleistocene epoch. Thylacoleo was a formidable predator with powerful limbs, retractable claws, and large, slicing premolars adapted for a carnivorous diet. Fossil evidence indicates that Thylacoleo was an adept climber, capable of navigating trees with ease. This arboreal behavior, combined with its fearsome appearance, could have given rise to stories of a tree-dwelling predator. Aboriginal oral traditions, which preserve memories of encounters with Thylacoleo, may have contributed to the drop bear myth. These stories, passed down through generations, were eventually encountered by European settlers. The settlers, interpreting these tales through their own cultural lenses, likely embellished them further, giving birth to the modern drop bear legend. Evolution of the myth. The evolution of the drop bear myth is a testament to the adaptability of folklore. Initially rooted in Aboriginal stories, the myth transformed as it was adopted by European settlers. These settlers, grappling with the unfamiliar and often intimidating Australian landscape, infused the myth with their own fears and anxieties. The result was a creature that combined elements of real animals with exaggerated traits, creating a monster that embodied the dangers of the unknown. As scientific understanding of Australia's wildlife improved, the drop bear myth did not fade away. Instead, it evolved to fit new cultural contexts. In contemporary Australia, the drop bear is often regarded with a sense of humour and irony, serving as a playful reminder of the country's unique cultural heritage. This evolution reflects broader trends in the way societies use myths and legends to navigate changing realities, transforming fear into entertainment and cautionary tales into communal experiences. Psychological and sociological perspectives. The psychological and sociological dimensions of the drop bear myth offer rich avenues for exploration. At its core, the myth speaks to universal human fears of the unknown and the unseen. The drop bear, with its sudden and unexpected attacks, symbolizes the fear of being ambushed or caught off guard, a primal anxiety that has deep roots in human psychology. The myth also serves important sociological functions. It acts as a means of social cohesion, bringing people together through shared stories and experiences. The telling and retelling of drop bear encounters create a sense of community and shared identity among Australians. This communal aspect is particularly evident in the way the myth is used in tourism and popular culture, where it becomes a shared experience that bonds people together through laughter and collective fear. Scientific and educational value. Despite being a mythical creature, the drop bear has significant scientific and educational value. It provides an entry point for discussions about Australia's unique ecosystems and the importance of conservation. Educators use the myth to engage students in learning about real Australian wildlife, highlighting the differences between the fictional drop bear and the diverse species that inhabit the continent. In classrooms across Australia, the drop bear myth is used to spark curiosity and discussion. Teachers use the story as a starting point to explore the real animals that inhabit the Australian bush, such as koalas, kangaroos, and possums. By comparing the mythical drop bear to its real-life counterparts, students gain a deeper understanding of Australia's unique ecosystems and the challenges of preserving them. The drop bear myth also offers insights into the ways humans interact with and interpret the natural world. By studying the origins and evolution of the drop bear legend, scientists and historians can gain a deeper understanding of the cultural and psychological factors that shape human perceptions of nature. This interdisciplinary approach enriches our knowledge of both the natural world and the human mind, highlighting the complex interplay between reality and imagination. The role of conservation. The drop bear myth, while fictional, has inadvertently contributed to real-world conservation efforts. The stories and legends surrounding the creature have helped to draw attention to the unique and often fragile ecosystems of Australia. By engaging the public with tales of the drop bear, conservationists have been able to highlight the importance of preserving the natural habitats that support Australia's diverse wildlife. Educational programs that incorporate the drop bear myth often include discussions about the threats facing Australia's ecosystems, such as habitat destruction, climate change, and invasive species. By using the captivating story of the drop bear as a hook, these programs can effectively convey important conservation messages and inspire action to protect Australia's natural heritage. Modern interpretations. In recent years, the drop bear has been embraced as a symbol of Australia's quirky and adventurous spirit. It represents the country's unique blend of humor, resilience, and respect for the natural world. The drop bear has become a cultural icon, appearing on merchandise, such as t-shirts, mugs, and plush toys. These items are popular with both locals and tourists, serving as a playful reminder of the mythical creature and its place in Australian folklore. The drop bear has also been featured in various artistic expressions, from paintings and sculptures to digital art and animations. Artists are drawn to the creature's fearsome yet fantastical nature, using it as a subject to explore themes of fear, adventure, and the unknown. The drop bear's depiction in art further cements its status as a cultural icon, celebrating its role in the rich tapestry of Australian mythology. In the realm of digital media, the drop bear has found a new audience through video games and interactive experiences. Games set in the Australian outback often include the drop bear as a formidable enemy or a humorous Easter egg, adding an extra layer of excitement and engagement for players. These digital representations of the drop bear ensure that the myth continues to evolve and reach new generations of enthusiasts. Conclusion. The scientific perspectives on the drop bear myth reveal a complex interplay between fact and fiction, illustrating how human cultures create and adapt stories to make sense of the world around them. The myth serves as a reminder of the power of storytelling and the enduring appeal of the unknown, reflecting universal themes of fear, curiosity, and the search for understanding. The drop bear myth, while rooted in ancient folklore, has evolved to become a multifaceted cultural phenomenon that continues to capture the imagination. From its origins in Aboriginal stories and early settler anxieties to its role as a beloved tourist attraction and cultural icon, the drop bear embodies the fears, humor, and resilience of the people who have inhabited and explored the Australian wilderness. Scientific perspectives on the drop bear myth reveal the complex interplay between fact and fiction, illustrating how human cultures create and adapt stories to make sense of the world around them. The myth serves as a reminder of the power of storytelling and the enduring appeal of the unknown, reflecting universal themes of fear, curiosity, and the search for understanding. As we continue to explore and understand the world around us, the drop bear remains a testament to the richness of Australia's cultural heritage and the timeless allure of a good story. Whether viewed with a sense of humor or a shiver of fear, the drop bear continues to captivate and inspire, reminding us of the enduring power of myth and the mysteries that still await discovery in the natural world. Chapter 5. Modern Interpretations. Internet memes and digital culture. In the digital age, the drop bear has found new life as an internet meme, thriving on social media platforms and becoming an integral part of Australia's online cultural identity. This modern reinterpretation has ensured that the myth remains relevant, engaging, and entertaining for both locals and international audiences. Social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram are filled with humorous posts and images depicting the drop bear in various exaggerated situations. These memes often play on the absurdity of the myth, featuring photoshopped images of koalas with fierce, predatory features lurking in trees or pouncing on unsuspecting tourists. The humor in these posts lies in the contrast between the harmless nature of real koalas and the terrifying attributes ascribed to the drop bear. For example, one popular meme shows a koala with vampire-like fangs and glowing red eyes, accompanied by a warning to tourists about the dangers of drop bears. Another meme might depict a group of tourists wearing outlandish protective gear, such as helmets with spikes or suits made of bubble wrap to prevent drop bear attacks. These images are shared widely, often with tongue-in-cheek comments that further perpetuate the myth while eliciting laughter from viewers. The widespread sharing of these memes has transformed the drop bear into a digital folklore phenomenon, with each iteration adding new layers of humor and creativity to the myth. Internet users from around the world contribute to the evolution of the drop bear legend, ensuring its continuous reinvention and dissemination across cultural boundaries. Viral videos and hoaxes. Beyond static images, viral videos have also played a significant role in modern interpretations of the drop bear myth. Platforms like YouTube and TikTok are home to numerous videos that blend humor, horror, and education about the legendary creature. Some videos feature staged drop bear attacks using realistic-looking props and special effects, providing a thrilling and entertaining experience for viewers. One such video, created by a popular Australian content creator, shows a group of tourists being led on a bushwalk by a guide who suddenly discovers signs of drop bear activity. The tension builds as the guide points out scratch marks on trees and unusual tracks on the ground. The climax of the video involves a dramatic attack by a fake drop bear, complete with sound effects and exaggerated reactions from the participants. The video, while clearly staged, plays on the audience's fear and curiosity, creating a memorable and shareable piece of content. Other videos take a more educational approach, using humor to explain the origins and evolution of the drop bear myth. These videos often feature wildlife experts or historians who debunk the myth while acknowledging its cultural significance. By blending factual information with comedic elements, these videos make learning about Australian folklore engaging and accessible to a broad audience. Drop bears in video games. The drop bear has also made its way into the realm of video games, where it serves as both a formidable enemy and a humorous Easter egg. In games set in the Australian outback or those featuring Australian wildlife, the drop bear often appears as a hidden challenge or a surprise encounter, adding an extra layer of excitement for players. For example, in the popular survival game, The Forest, players exploring the dense Australian bush might encounter a drop bear lurking in the treetops. The creature's sudden attack adds a thrilling element to the game, testing the player's reflexes and survival skills. In another game, Stranded Deep, players can find references to drop bears in hidden locations where they serve as humorous nods to the myth. These digital representations of the drop bear help to keep the myth alive and relevant, introducing it to new generations of gamers and enthusiasts. The incorporation of the drop bear into video games highlights its versatility as a cultural icon, capable of fitting seamlessly into various forms of media and entertainment, merchandise, and commercialization. The commercialization of the drop bear myth has extended beyond digital media into the realm of physical merchandise. The creature has become a popular motif for a wide range of products, including clothing, accessories, and souvenirs. These items often feature humorous or exaggerated depictions of the drop bear, catering to both locals and tourists who wish to celebrate or commemorate their encounter with the legend. T-shirts adorned with images of ferocious drop bears, accompanied by witty slogans, are a staple in many Australian souvenir shops. Mugs, hats, and keychains featuring the mythical creature are also popular, providing tourists with a tangible reminder of their Australian adventure. Plush toys of drop bears, designed to look both cute and menacing, are particularly popular with children and collectors. In addition to traditional merchandise, the drop bear myth has inspired a variety of novelty items. For instance, drop bear repellent spray is a humorous product that plays on the fear of the mythical creature. While obviously a joke, these items add to the fun and playful aspect of the myth, allowing people to engage with the legend in a light-hearted and entertaining way. The commercialization of the drop bear myth also extends to themed experiences and attractions. Some wildlife parks and zoos incorporate drop bear elements into their exhibits, creating interactive displays that blend fact and fiction. These attractions offer visitors an opportunity to learn about real Australian wildlife while enjoying the thrill of the drop bear legend. Educational tool. Despite its fictional nature, the drop bear has found a valuable place in educational contexts. Teachers and educators use the myth as a tool to engage students in learning about Australian wildlife, culture, and history. By starting with the captivating story of the drop bear, educators can draw students into discussions about real animals and the ecosystems they inhabit. In classrooms, the drop bear myth serves as a gateway to exploring Australia's unique biodiversity. Students might begin by comparing the fictional attributes of the drop bear to those of real marsupials like koalas, wombats, and Tasmanian devils. This comparison helps students understand the differences between myth and reality, while also highlighting the distinctive features of Australia's wildlife. The myth also provides a platform for discussing the importance of conservation and environmental stewardship. By learning about the habitats of animals that are often misidentified as drop bears, students gain a deeper appreciation for the need to protect these environments. This educational approach fosters a sense of responsibility and connection to the natural world, encouraging the next generation to become advocates for wildlife preservation, symbol of Australian identity. The drop bear has come to symbolize a unique aspect of Australian identity, representing the country's blend of humor, resilience, and respect for nature. The myth is a reflection of Australia's ability to embrace its quirks and turn potential fears into sources of entertainment and cultural pride. Australians often use the drop bear myth to share a part of their culture with the world. By telling stories of the drop bear to tourists and international visitors, Australians showcase their distinctive sense of humor and their connection to the natural landscape. The myth becomes a cultural touchstone, a way for Australians to bond over shared experiences and to differentiate themselves on the global stage. In popular culture, the drop bear is a symbol of Australia's wild and untamed nature. It serves as a reminder of the country's rugged landscapes and the adventurous spirit of its people. Whether depicted in art, literature, or digital media, the drop bear embodies the essence of the Australian outback: mysterious, challenging, and ultimately captivating. The role of drop bears in film and television. The drop bear has made several appearances in film and television, further embedding itself in the cultural fabric of Australia. These depictions range from serious portrayals in horror and adventure genres to comedic cameos that highlight the absurdity of the myth. In the realm of horror, the drop bear has been featured as a terrifying predator in several low-budget films. These movies often play on the creature's fearsome reputation, portraying it as a relentless hunter that preys on unsuspecting campers and hikers. The suspense and horror of these films are amplified by the isolated and wild settings, which mirror the desolate Australian outback. While these films are not mainstream hits, they have garnered a cult following and contribute to the myth's ongoing legacy. Television has also embraced the drop bear, often in a more humorous light. Shows like Round the Twist and The Adventures of Lano and Woodley have included episodes where characters encounter the legendary creature. These episodes typically play up the comedic aspects of the myth, using exaggerated reactions and improbable scenarios to entertain viewers. The drop bear's presence in these shows reflects its status as a beloved and familiar part of Australian folklore. Drop bears in literature. Literature has also played a crucial role in keeping the drop bear myth alive. Authors have used the creature to explore a range of themes, from survival and fear to humor and irony. The drop bear has appeared in children's books, young adult fiction, and even adult novels, each time offering a new perspective on the legend. In children's literature, the drop bear is often depicted as a mischievous, yet ultimately harmless creature. These stories introduce young readers to the myth in a way that is accessible and entertaining, ensuring that the legend is passed down to future generations. For example, in the book Blinky Bill and the Drop Bears, the titular character, a cheeky koala, encounters drop bears who turn out to be not so scary after all. Such stories emphasize the playful and imaginative aspects of the myth, making it a fun part of childhood learning. In young adult fiction, the drop bear is often used to explore themes of adventure and coming of age. Novels like Outback Legends feature protagonists who must navigate the challenges of the Australian wilderness, including the threat of drop bear attacks. These stories blend elements of realism and fantasy, using the drop bear as a symbol of the unknown and the trials of growing up. Adult literature has also embraced the drop bear, often with a satirical or critical edge. In these works, the creature is used to comment on broader social and environmental issues. For instance, in the novel The Drop Bear Chronicles, the drop bear becomes a metaphor for the destructive impact of colonialism on the Australian landscape and its indigenous cultures. By using the myth in this way, authors can engage readers in important conversations about history, identity, and conservation. The role of conservation. The drop bear myth, while fictional, has inadvertently contributed to real-world conservation efforts. The stories and legends surrounding the creature have helped to draw attention to the unique and often fragile ecosystems of Australia. By engaging the public with tales of the drop bear, conservationists have been able to highlight the importance of preserving the natural habitats that support Australia's diverse wildlife. Educational programs that incorporate the drop bear myth often include discussions about the threats facing Australia's ecosystems, such as habitat destruction, climate change, and invasive species. By using the captivating story of the drop bear as a hook, these programs can effectively convey important conservation messages and inspire action to protect Australia's natural heritage. Zoos and wildlife parks also play a role in conservation through the drop bear myth. Some facilities have created interactive exhibits that blend fact and fiction, educating visitors about real wildlife while engaging them with the legend of the drop bear. These exhibits often feature lifelike models, audio-visual presentations, and guided tours that provide a comprehensive understanding of both the myth and the reality of Australia's fauna. Academic interest and research. The drop bear has also sparked interest in academic circles, where researchers study the myth from various disciplinary perspectives. Anthropologists, folklorists, and psychologists examine the drop bear as a case study in myth-making, exploring how such legends develop and evolve over time. Anthropologists might study the drop bear in the context of Aboriginal oral traditions, tracing its roots and examining its role in Indigenous cultures. Folklorists analyze the stories and motifs associated with the drop bear, comparing them to other mythical creatures from around the world. Psychologists investigate the fear and fascination that the drop bear evokes, exploring the cognitive and emotional factors that sustain such myths. These academic inquiries enrich our understanding of the drop bear and its place in Australian culture. They reveal the complex interplay between human psychology, cultural history, and environmental awareness, providing deeper insights into why the drop bear myth endures. The future of the drop bear myth. As the world continues to change, the drop bear myth will undoubtedly evolve alongside it. Advances in technology and shifts in cultural perspectives will shape the way the myth is perceived and perpetuated. However, the core elements of the myth, fear, humor, and the unknown, are likely to remain constant, ensuring its enduring appeal. Future interpretations of the drop bear may incorporate new elements, reflecting contemporary concerns and interests. For example, the myth could be adapted to address issues such as climate change and habitat loss, highlighting the need for conservation in a way that resonates with modern audiences. By evolving to meet the needs of each new generation, the drop bear myth will continue to captivate and inspire. The digital age offers endless possibilities for the reinvention of the drop bear myth. Virtual reality experiences, interactive storytelling, and augmented reality applications could bring the myth to life in new and exciting ways. These technologies will allow people to immerse themselves in the legend, experiencing the thrill of a drop bear encounter firsthand while learning about Australia's rich cultural heritage. Conclusion: the modern interpretations of the drop bear myth reveal its versatility and enduring appeal. From internet memes and viral videos to educational tools and cultural symbols, the drop bear continues to captivate and entertain. It serves as a reminder of the power of storytelling and the ability of myths to evolve and adapt to changing times. As we look to the future, the drop bear will remain a beloved part of Australian culture, a symbol of the country's unique blend of humour, resilience, and respect for the natural world. Whether viewed with a sense of humour or a shiver of fear, the drop bear continues to captivate and inspire, reminding us of the enduring power of myth and the mysteries that still await discovery in the natural world. The legend of the drop bear, deeply rooted in the past, yet ever-evolving, stands as a testament to the richness of Australia's cultural heritage and the timeless allure of a good story. Final pages. Reflecting on the legend. The drop bear, a creature born from the rich and diverse tapestry of Australian folklore, represents much more than a mere myth. It embodies the fears, curiosities, and the adventurous spirit of a nation deeply connected to its natural environment. From the ancient stories of Aboriginal peoples to the imaginative tales spun by early European settlers, the drop bear has evolved into a cultural icon that continues to inspire, entertain, and educate. The enduring appeal of the drop bear lies in its ability to adapt to changing times while maintaining its core elements of fear, humor, and mystery. Whether through traditional storytelling, digital media, or academic study, the drop bear remains a vibrant part of Australia's cultural heritage. Cultural significance. The drop bear myth serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of storytelling in human culture. It illustrates how myths and legends can bridge the gap between generations, creating shared experiences and communal bonds. The drop bear is not just a product of Australia's past, but a living, evolving part of its present and future. In a world where technology often seems to dominate our lives, the drop bear stands as a testament to the enduring power of imagination. It reminds us that myths and legends are essential to our understanding of the world, offering us ways to explore the unknown and confront our deepest fears in a safe and entertaining manner. The legacy of the drop bear. The drop bear has left an indelible mark on Australian culture, influencing everything from tourism and merchandise to education and conservation. Its legacy is one of creativity, humor, and resilience, reflecting the spirit of a nation that thrives on its unique identity and natural beauty. As we look to the future, the drop bear will undoubtedly continue to evolve, adapting to new cultural contexts and technological advancements. Its ability to capture the imagination ensures that it will remain a beloved and iconic figure for generations to come. Embracing the myth. For Australians, the drop bear is more than just a story. It is a symbol of their connection to the land and their shared cultural heritage. Embracing the myth allows Australians to celebrate their history, their environment, and their unique sense of humor. It also provides a way to engage with visitors from around the world, sharing the wonder and mystery of the Australian outback in a way that is both entertaining and educational. The timeless allure of myth. In conclusion, the drop bear myth is a shining example of the timeless allure of myth and legend. It demonstrates how stories can shape our perceptions, influence our behavior, and connect us to the world around us. The drop bear, with its blend of fearsome attributes and humorous undertones, encapsulates the essence of storytelling at its finest. As we continue to explore the mysteries of our world and the depths of our imagination, the drop bear will remain a beloved companion on our journey. It reminds us that no matter how much we learn and discover, there will always be room for a little bit of magic and mystery in our lives. A final word. The legend of the drop bear is a testament to the richness of Australia's cultural heritage and the power of storytelling to transcend time and space. As you close this book, may you carry with you the sense of wonder and curiosity that the drop bear inspires. Whether you find yourself in the heart of the Australian bush or the comfort of your home, remember that the stories we tell shape the world we see and the lives we lead. So next time you hear a rustle in the trees or a strange sound in the night, let your imagination run wild and think of the drop bear. Embrace the myth, share the story, and keep the legend alive. For in doing so, you become part of the timeless tradition of storytelling that connects us all. Acknowledgements. This audiobook would not have been possible without the contributions of countless storytellers, researchers, and enthusiasts who have kept the drop bear myth alive through their words and deeds. Special thanks go to the Aboriginal communities whose rich oral traditions provided the foundation for this legend, and to the early settlers whose imaginations transformed it into the creature we know today. to the educators, conservationists, and digital content creators who continue to find new and exciting ways to engage with the drop bear myth. Thank you for your creativity and dedication. Your efforts ensure that this legendary creature will continue to captivate and inspire future generations. And to the readers, thank you for embarking on this journey through the history of the drop bear. May the stories you read spark your imagination, inspire your curiosity, and remind you of the magic that lies just beyond the edge of the known world. Disclaimer: the content of this ebook is intended for entertainment and educational purposes only. The drop bear is a mythical creature, and there is no scientific evidence to support its existence. The stories and legends discussed within these pages are based on folklore and cultural narratives that have evolved over time. While some accounts may include elements of humor, irony, or exaggeration, they should not be taken as factual descriptions of real wildlife. Readers are encouraged to approach the drop bear myth with a sense of curiosity and fun, recognizing its role in Australian culture and its place in the broader context of global folklore. This ebook aims to explore the origins, evolution, and cultural significance of the drop bear myth, offering insights into how such legends are formed and perpetuated. The authors and publishers of this ebook do not endorse or promote any false beliefs about Australia's wildlife. For accurate information about real Australian animals and their behaviours, please refer to reputable sources such as wildlife conservation organisations, scientific publications, and educational institutions.